We are we are live for a potential, but maybe a day or two early, PS5 restock at Target. It may be a day too early, but we're here to check just in case. I see Jake Randall is in the chat, the godfather of these, especially Target, but just PS5 restock YouTube videos in general. Thank you for him joining us and everybody who's out there. There's a lot of first timers out there, which is great. But my main reason for doing this this morning, I've been doing it in the afternoons for like GameStop and Walmart and everything, but I wanted to capture the sunrise because I have a little window cam now. But it's such a terrible day in New York City. Today might not be the day for that. So, but we'll see if we can hook it up. If the fog lifts, we'll have a skyline view. But that was my main intention for doing one at 6 a.m. because the sun rises at 6:30. And I can answer questions. So let me hook that up and get the chat window ready. And then also transition into the layout. I just spent 20 minutes configuring. There it is. Boom. That's what you're supposed to be saying. So, it is a little bit behind of where I wanted to be on schedule, but at the same time, we're all here and we can all benefit from the community. Knowing when things go live, that's one thing I enjoy about the Walmart restocks. Why not do that for Target and get the sunrise in there of New York City? You cannot even see the Empire State Building right now, but I like Jake Randall's tips on how to wake up. These ones are early, but oh, She Is Love, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. And I'm trying to improve the stream look, but slowly but surely getting there, and we'll see. No, it's only one-sided. Jake only messes with me. I've never messed with Jake before. Oh, this is great. What time does Target restock happen? So all the information is on this fancy website called theshortcut.com. I'm trying to put a lot of tech news, video game news on there as much as possible these days. But there's a couple guides about the Target restock, and I will drop them in. So this one, if you go there, has a lot of the information, but since you're on the stream, I'll tell you when it could be. It's probably going to be between 7 and 8 a.m., so that's why you're on a little bit early, just to check. Happens always on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Today's Wednesday. I would give it a 20% chance of happening today, probably even a little bit lower than that. Usually Thursday is the most popular day. The most popular time, because I did say it's between 7 and 8 a.m. Eastern, is about 7:38, 7:40, based on the past history. So, Jake says the amount of times you have made me. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's actually my goal. I do the same thing to Cam on Twitch. So that's my goal with him is to turn his users against him in playful ways. So it's always good. Oh, Jose, thanks for your tips last week, Matt. Was able to get GameStop at 4 a.m. Yes. You got in line, and you were still fourth, which is amazing. So that's good. Good on you for getting there early. Because it's hard to say. Like, some people probably got there when the store opened, and there was no line. And then some people, like yourself, got there at 4 a.m. and you're still fourth in line. So it's really hard to give people advice on when and where to line up in, because a lot of people think it's just going to be the cities that have really long lines for PS5 restocks outside of GameStop, and it's really the suburbs a lot of times. At least that's what I see from the photo. So You got some hardcore fans who really want a PS5 in the burbs. Should I use the Target app or my PC to buy? I use the PC, but the Target app is just as good, especially if you're paying with Apple Pay. So Apple Pay and PayPal are really fast ways to make a transaction through Target, and that's because it lifts you from Target servers, whisks you away to a different server, and you're able to pay through other means besides Target's website and app that are kind of getting hammered at that time. So, yeah, that's the thing that people don't get. If they get unlucky, they tend to give up. But demand is being satiated. If that's happening, even if supply has not gone up, which it has not, they're still trickling into these retailers. If supply is just stagnant but demand is down, you have a much better chance, so don't give up. I never made it to these early streams. 4:26 here. Oof. Kids woke up and waiting for them to settle. Thought I'd drop in and give. Tori, awesome. Congratulations on the TV, Tori. Tori won the Samsung 65-inch, I want to say, TV. It's giant. Yes, 65. I have one. And it's an amazing TV. And yeah, that was a great giveaway. And I'm going to do another with Samsung SSDs. So look for the link today. Do PS5s go fast in a town of 400,000? They do. I mean, here's the thing. The PS5s go fast. It really depends on the allotment that your town gets as well. So and especially if you're trying for PS5 digital. Sometimes stores don't get PS5 digital. Sometimes they get one or two. So my guidance is always go for disc if you're desperate. So that's important to know. Jake says hit that like button. I appreciate that, Jake. That's important. So I don't have in New York City, the city that never sleeps. Dunkin' Donuts Double D's is not open. So I had to grab the next best thing, which is store-bought donuts that come prepackaged. So yeah, sorry, I can't live up to Jake's Double D's. So Jason says, "Good morning, Matt. Should I use multiple different browsers trick like I did for public Sony?" Of course you're verified. Yes. Should you use multiple browsers on Target? You actually don't have to. It's really just finding the store that has stock in your area and not refreshing too much before it's actually time. So I refresh once in a while, but I know it's not time yet. So, but around between 7 o'clock and 7:20, we'll see something if it's today. But I know the whole entire point of me wanting to go so early with a live stream was sunrise, but New York City is looking a little hazy, at least today. Yes. All right. So this is good. All right. User fake name. Yo, Matt, in your FAQ, it says to go for the disc version and not to hold out for the digital because of supply. If you snag both from Target, are you able to cancel one? Usually, Target will cancel one for you. I've seen people get both, but that's rare. So choose wisely. But just like it says, you're probably not going to get digital. The chances of getting digital are about 1%. Like, I've tried for digital every single time. And I've walked away with nothing. I usually have digital, the one I'm giving away. I usually have luck with digital at other retailers, and even that's difficult. So supply just isn't there for digital. He bought refurbished from GameStop. Even that's hard. Oh, off of eBay. Yeah, you'll pay a good amount for that, but it's a way to do it. But we're all here to try to get it at MSRP, and that's one of the benefits of Target. Same day in-store restocks when they have a restock. You can pick it up, and then at MSRP. I'm in a town of 135K. My Target sells out their stock crazy fast. Yeah, I mean, like, Target goes so quickly, so that's one difficult. Tori says, "Yep, loving it." To the Samsung 65-inch TV from the last giveaway, so that's always good. Glad you're loving it. I've had one for about 2 months, and it's been great. You think 65 inches is too big? I always say go one bigger than you think you can handle, and it becomes the norm. So it's great. It sucks you in. Morning. You and Jake helped me secure a PS5, digital PS5 at Walmart Plus. Hey, that's where I got mine. I actually got mine on mobile with decent wait time. Yes, because they do a queue. Oh, 2 months later they canceled. Oh, that's such a... I was reading that thinking, oh, you got it. Here, hopefully, to get a second shot. Yep, you know what? Target will deliver it faster to you because you pick it up in stores. So that's always a good thing. That's immediate redemption if you're able to get it. Sorry that happened to you at Target. That it's not surprising, and I've had that happen to me before as well. Wow. By the way, my local backwater GameStop said they got 18 in and they didn't sell it. So that's more than the usual. They were getting 12 in on average, but there were some that got a little bit more. And they didn't sell out till Monday. Amazing. So it's a sign of the times, like we're going to... Oh, yeah, just Jake has to one-up all of us with 80-inch TV. Well, Jake, you know what? I'm going to get a 98-inch TV. Just to prove you wrong. You're not even wrong. Just to outdo you. Coming soon. All for spite. No reason. I don't even need a TV that big. Can't even handle it. But some things you will do just to top it. Jake Randall. Jake mentions he bought a new one, and they sent him a used one that was banned on PSN for being stolen. I mean, like, there were so many problems from, like, FedEx not delivering to PS5s not being jacked, basically. That's crazy. Oh, come on. No, I'm not going to not review a 98-inch TV. GameStop went and had 30. Wow. Was relieved everyone got one aligned, but also seen people show up at opening time and grab. Wow, that's good. That tells you demand is finally being met. Again, supply not necessarily up. It just demand is being met, and that's good news. That's good news if you have more targets in driving range. It opens up your options. However, I have some targets in New York City that never get PS5, and that's kind of a bummer because those are the ones in walking distance to me, and a lot in Manhattan that don't participate in restocks. So, so it's kind of luck of the draw of which ones, and you'll become familiar with it as you do this. Which ones kind of get inventory and which ones don't, because it'll automatically pop up the closest store with a restock. I hope you can buy it too, Juan. That's why we're all here. Definitely. Let me know if you need any help. I know Jake is really with an 80-inch TV. Yep. I mean, You're trying to one-up me, but you're one-upping us all. Best Buy had a PS5 restock in store. Yeah, they've been calling it a silent restock internally, which is probably a good thing because people aren't lining up necessarily, but a bad thing because it's luck of the draw. So good to know. Yeah, I usually employ the auto refresher a little bit later, so I manually refresh because I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to get banned. But yeah, good. This is just another person late for the GameStop restock. Still got one. That's great. All right, Blink Once Buddy says, I want a disc version for used discs. Does digital perform better or something? Nope. Digital is just $100 cheaper. And some people are like, I don't need a disc version. I'm a digital person. And they want to save that $100. But I say one day you might want the disc, or like you're saying, used games. Used games are far cheaper when they're just almost right away. And someone says, I burned through Elden Ring or Gran Turismo or Horizon Forbidden West, and they just don't want that game anymore, and they turn it in. You can get it for a little bit cheaper than new, and that's a really good thing. There are a lot of used games out there that I have not. Let's say you haven't played Spider-Man. I've played Spider-Man, but there are a lot of copies of Spider-Man out there for a lot cheaper than what you can buy for new, and that's on sale as well. My favorite example, it wasn't Mortal Kombat. It was, forget what it was, but it was far cheaper, even new, than it was on the PlayStation Store. So PlayStation has a monopoly, and they dictate the prices. And it was a game that was $60, and it was $30 everywhere online new. Amazon, Walmart, you name it. I forget what game it was, but it was like a worthy game. I'll try to circle back to it and remember it, but it was just like, oh, why would I pay $60 through a monopoly when I can pay Amazon, Walmart, all these places, Best Buy, competing and competing for your business with the disc version. So, but you'll make that $100 back over time. Yeah, you know what? The restock craze for the Xbox Series X is, I would say, officially over. So you'll often see it in stock at Walmart. So let's check that. Nope. Let's see. That's a controller. There we go. You know, it's not in stock right now, but it is usually in stock for $4.99. This is through a reseller currently, so be careful of that. I recently got scammed out of, I'm still trying to get my money back, out of a Halo Xbox that never arrived. So, and I kind of knew it was a little scammy, but I kind of wanted to test it out. But it's going to take a while to get my money back, so can't be too careful. Nice, Rashad. Yeah, the GameStops were really clutch this time. You know what? To answer this question, the pre-owned stuff at GameStop, I've seen that as like an option, but I've never been able to get one, at least in any of the areas I check. I check in a couple different locations, and if you are able to find it, go for it. But I haven't been able to find it. And then check it out. Make sure you take that return period and really just give it a once over. So. Assassin's Creed was the game. Assassin's Creed was $60 online. So give this one more check on Target. Nothing there. Okay. Oops. There we go. Assassin's Creed. I can spell this morning. Assassin's Creed. All right, 20 bucks at Best Buy. How much is it? $60. $60 on through the PlayStation Store. Choose edition and buy. Maybe I'm just buying the wrong one. Nope, $60. $60, $80, $100. Right? So that's a standard version. 20 bucks. Best Buy. Pre-owned, save $2. But Amazon, 20 bucks. Walmart's 21, at least according to that listing. Yep. So 22 there. This is like the perfect case study. Thank you, Adam, for mentioning that. Let's see, it's not showing. Sometimes these get frozen. Let's see. Nope. Give me a second. Display capture. There it is. I don't think my screen changed. Oh well. But you have to rest assured that Valhalla Assassin's Creed is $30 too much. So, yeah, it's unreasonable in my opinion. Okay, $40 of DLC. Came out a couple weeks ago. Interesting. Okay, that's really not mentioned on there. But yeah, I could see how that could be $40. Okay, yeah, that's. I guess that's what makes up for it. But still, I'd rather have that option of getting the DLC. So, Guardians of the Galaxy might be another example. So, yeah, this one works. So you can see it's $60 there, right on Jake's head. There it is. And it's like $20 everywhere else. So yeah, I would rather, I guess, have the flexibility of downloading the DLC at a later time. But we'll see. I have no idea what Brad's talking about either, Jake. Do I need a membership to or something? Nope. Target is membership free. And you can have like the red card and everything, but it really doesn't hold an extreme advantage, which is nice. So, comment officially taken back. No one takes back comments these days. That's pretty amazing. Good for you, Brad. Or yeah, I'm so tired. As long as I get sleep today, I'll call it a win. Yeah, Jordan, you know what? I'm putting it at like an 18% chance it'll happen today. Like I said, under 20% chance, but you know, this is good routine for tomorrow, when it's more likely to be in stock, and good prep for me learning how to do an early morning live stream. Yeah. Steven, just hanging out here, hoping you guys can get a PS5. Thank you. Rye, Jake, Matt, helped me walk into a Best Buy last Friday and grab a PS5. Felt like I won the lotto. Best to every. Awesome, Steven. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm glad you actually finally got one. This is great. Don't skip morning class, but I concur. That's what I feel like doing. Not having, not that I don't have a job. I'm still producing articles for on the Shortcut, trying to build my business, but that's how I feel. I feel like I'm playing hooky from work for a couple last 5 months, so it's kind of great. Yeah, Brad took back his comment. I'm shocked. I do find refreshing the computer version, if that's what you're asking, a little bit easier. Like I'm constantly, every once in a while, refreshing these pages, but then there'll be a higher cadence of refreshing on my end in about 15 minutes. Yeah, fake name. This is a practice run. Absolutely. And if it happens to go in stock on a Wednesday, which it has before, but only rarely. It used to be pivot between Wednesdays and Thursdays, but now today's you never know. But it's been Thursday or Fridays most recently. You know what, Franklin Saint? It is hard on Target because you're battling it out with your neighbors in a way. You can't pick it up in stores, or you can't buy it in stores. You can't make the purchase in stores, but you do pick it up in stores. So you're selecting a local retailer online, and once you do that, it's all about what your neighbors are up to. That's why I think the West Coast is a little bit easier sometimes, because it's like usually at 4:38, 4:40 a.m. Pacific time. So the amount of people awake and trying to get a PS5 is a lot lower. You're really battling against diehards. Were you sent from God, says Rob. I guess so. I don't know. That Jake and I were both sent to battle it out in dual live streams one day, and yeah, and then may the best man win. I don't know, but no, Jake and I actually always pop into each other's live streams, and it's great. But I like the godly aspect of both of us taking to Twitter, taking to YouTube, and helping people out. It's great. It's like the feedback that we get from these restocks, and like I don't think people see that because like they're sometimes contained in direct messages. They're sometimes contained in replies. So it's difficult to really convey how much of an impact that has on us. Had the stream minimized and was looking for at the product page. Hey, Brad, that makes sense. And thanks for taking it back. Hey, there is a super chat from Jake. $4.99. Don't be afraid to donate to Spider-Man to sponsor his Pop'ems. Matt, reconsidering coming to PAX East. I would love to come to PAX East. This month is very difficult. I have different tracksuits for each day. That I hope to see that in person. Yeah, I forgot about PAX East just until you just mentioned it. But that would be something. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. This makes it easier to highlight your comment. But yeah, that is PAX East. I will get there one day. I have not been to a PAX before, which is started out as like a web comic convention, but now it's so much more, and it involves so much gaming. I used to read Penny Arcade all the time. But yeah, that's That's a really cool thing. And it happens up in the Boston area. And there's also one that happens in Seattle. So, but I go to E3 every year, except for this year because it's canceled. And last year because it was canceled, and the year before that because it was canceled. But every other E3 that actually happened, got to go. And that since 2003, I want to say. So, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. Ooh, nice, Grant. You got only the digital at PS5 at GameStop. Awesome. Hey, the digital's great when you can find it. And, like, if you're in this GameStop store and they have it, that's definitely the way to go. Someone made a comment in the last stream that they were going to make a point to buy PS5 discs, which are more readily available, and convert them into discless consoles and like take out the disc. And I thought that was hilarious, and then sell them for a profit because that's how in demand PS5 digital is compared to disc. And they can make a lot more money. They weren't actually going to do that, and I don't think you can, but it was hilarious. So that was a smart comment. What odds do you give tomorrow? I think it's really a 50-50 shot between Thursday and Friday. But then there's like this little percentage of chance that it could be today. But those don't add up to 100 if I gave it 20% today. So I just think if it's not today, it's going to be telling if it's tomorrow or the next day. Because, we all have these employees telling us how many PS5 units they have in stock at their store. And they build up in their back room inventory, and they just sit there until it's a restock time. And, like, they could have done one last week. And that's how we know it's got to be this week, right? If they could have pulled the cord and put that add to cart button live this week, or last week, and they didn't do it, just a better sign that we'll see more inventory this week go live. So it's about what day it's going to be. If it doesn't drop today, are you streaming tomorrow? Sorry if you already said it. No, I didn't actually say it, Jordan. That's a really good question. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it until it happens, and hopefully the weather cooperates, because my whole idea was as I did it, I did a couple streams, 2 streams, I think last week for the potential Amazon restock. Yeah, it feels like 2 weeks ago, but and the sun was setting, and like it got too dark too fast. So I really want to do a morning live stream with the sunrise, just to capture New York City coming live. But yeah, that'll be coming soon. So, and hopefully I'll have a better cable to capture that sunrise. But it's foggy today. I'll go to this one first. Zach says, "Is it over for people in the UK?" Define over. If I haven't seen any UK restocks this morning, but I also don't focus on UK as not much, Zach. But if you mean is it over as in is demand over, then I don't know. That's also a good question. I don't think, from what I can tell, it's any easier to get it anywhere. But I think by summer, it won't be as big of a deal. But then October, it'll be hard to get again. That's my guess. If you can find the pre-owned version, yeah, I would do it. But so far, I see it teased as a product page, but I never see it. Yeah. Oh, you're muted. Yep, that happens sometimes. It may not be your fault. Maybe something, but who knows? Maybe just like I almost passed by this comment. So You may have thought you were muted as well. So you never know. By the way, last week on Saturday morning, I had already got a PS5 console. No joke, just nice. Congrats. Saturday morning. Nice. That's, the GameStop. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know if they show up on screen. Yeah. I have this, like, thing that shows up on screen on OBS, which is the platform everybody uses for, or a lot of people use for streaming stuff. Usually, that's a good question. Go to the handy dandy, theshortcut.com, which mentions that, boom, it happens usually once every about 3 to 4 weeks. So that's mentioned somewhere in there. Yep. PS5 restock inventory every 3 to 4 weeks. Let me update. It says in that line it's been 2 weeks so far. Well, that's not true anymore. So there we go. Quick edit. Update. Boom. No problem, Rashad. I'm glad you got one. Too early. I agree. Can I explain how to fast checkout? Yeah, PayPal and Apple Pay are your fastest methods. PayPal on the computer, Apple Pay if you're on an iOS device. That's the fastest way to check out. I know a lot of people prefer the red card. I get it, but it's a little bit slower to use a normal credit card. Yeah. And that's the fastest way to check out, and just keep trying. The number one thing people do is give up, and they walk away. So many of my replies when I say it's in stock, people say, it's out of stock, I don't see it, and they walk away. Don't do that. What browser do you use? I use Chrome. Yep, I'm using Chrome as well. So we're on the same page, literally. Like, on the same target page. And, yeah, okay, you get it. Jordan, okay, if it doesn't drop, I will be here tomorrow. So awesome, Jordan. I hope to see you there. So Jordan Shannon, I'll remember you. And if you're not there, come knocking. Jordan, where are you at? Don't sleep in. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. I send Jake to do that. You think it'll drop today? I think there's a minor chance it'll drop today, but this is good. This is good. We're prepping you. I once sent out a tweet that had like Full Metal Jacket in there, like to prep everybody. I'm like, hey, if it's not today, it's gonna be tomorrow. Get ready for it. Get training. That was a tweet back in the height of the restocks that did really well. So yeah. Okay, go through more of the comments. Oh, Justin, okay, I get it. Chat on mobile. Some appear on the brown. Huh. Okay, I mean, when I'm chatting your stream on PC, it should appear on the browser. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep, by 7:15, 7:20. I usually give it till 7:20. I'll still hang on. My entire goal is to capture the sunrise. But I'm putting the kibosh on that right now. I can't even see the Empire State Building, and it's only a couple blocks away. So a great question from Jose. Once the target page appears, the it'll appear as if... I see what happened. It'll appear as if the PayPal button will appear at that time. So I realized why Assassin's Creed wasn't showing up. It's because I have two windows, one for PS5 Disc, one for PS5 Digital, and the window that is being reflected on the stream is both the same version of whatever I put up there. That makes sense. So let me figure out how to get to stream. Number 1. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. There we are. So as I was saying about Assassin's Creed, there it is. That makes more sense. But Jake uncovered why it's a big price difference, and that's because it includes DLC. How am I doing this morning? I don't know, Mankind. How are you doing? Is that like, how's my driving? What's odd is, I guess it's fine, but I can't check in with all of you and you have a voice. I wish there was something like Twitter Spaces where you could leave like a little voice note. I don't know. But I hope you're doing well, Mankind. I'm doing good. Trying to get the stream set up a little bit better these days, but working on it. Jordan, I'm going to do hard mode and do debit. That is, I've never seen it described any more like a video game than that. So that's funny. Scott, I do appreciate what you do. Got 3 PS5s so far for friends and family. I appreciate you doing it for friends and family and actually mentioning that. So, because some people cut that message off. They say, I got 3, or I got 5, or I got 10. And they don't say they got it for the friends and family during Christmas time or whatever. And it leaves a bitter taste in people's mouths. So, nice work. Blink Once Buddy says, my store has 5 Xbox Series X's. Oh, for the last hour. None bought. So the Xbox, I think the craze is over for the Xbox. And I think it's over for good. Even during Christmas of this upcoming Christmas. I don't know if we'll see a return. I think we'll see a return of restocks at Best Buy. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Target. Xbox. Series X. It's been forever. I usually do check out Xbox. I only recently got another Xbox for a giveaway. Not that it's in demand, but who doesn't want a free Xbox, right? There it is. So I do have one for Target. A link. Yeah, you can buy it today. So anybody who wants an Xbox, depends on your store, but they do have it on sale for today. Either one works. I find the computer easier because I can change the zip code a little bit faster, but either one will work for you. So good thinking. Yep, Firefox is an okay browser. I haven't used Firefox in a couple years, but I've seen people check out with Firefox, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about Firefox. So yeah, I see screenshots from that. Yeah, the bundles are and have been the best way to secure a console because the resellers don't touch bundles for the most part. They did kind of during Christmas time when like demand was so high that they could still make a profit even, buying the games with it. So, but yeah. Good, good. No, I will remember you. Don't worry, Jordan. I live in the Bronx, but my girlfriend lives upstate. Should I put her address to get a better chance? Um, the Bronx has decent inventory. Uh, I actually, back in the beginning days, had to travel. I took a Uber up to the Bronx, um, and tried to see how much demand they had in with their devices. They call them zebra devices, because nowhere in Manhattan did they have inventory. So I had to do a little traveling. Um, that was like very early days last year, back when Jake and I first made contact. So I scouted some place in the Bronx. So the Bronx has decent inventory at a couple different stores, and I went to those stores, and that was an interesting trip, because I was just like trying to figure out the Bronx at the same time as figuring out what these PS5 restocks were all about. So I got to look at the devices they had and how much inventory they had on hand, and so yeah, that's the Bronx is still good. You may want to flip back between upstate and the Bronx, because the Bronx has solid inventory and it's a city. So there's a little bit more demand, in my opinion, than somewhere upstate. But upstate might not have as much inventory, but less demand. So it's really a crapshoot. But yeah, flip back and forth between the zip codes, have them ready, know what the zip codes are, and then see how much inventory they have. That's a good question, Will. So Justin says the app used to be amazing and is awful now. Use the mobile website or a PC. Okay, good feedback. I used the app a couple times for trying to get an Xbox, and it has worked on occasion. But again, I'm faster at plugging in a zip code, and just like Will mentioned, I usually put in a couple different zip codes, flip back and forth between like Pennsylvania, California, New York, just to check things, and that helps me, being on a PC, to plug it in a little bit more quickly. When the page works, does that mean we have 20 minutes? Yeah, it's about 20, 30 minutes, depending on how early the page is, but usually the page comes alive, and then we see it in stock about 7:38, 7:40 a.m. Eastern Time. My target says opens at 8 a.m., but it's now 5 a.m. for me. Do I have time? Like 8 a.m. or so everything happens at the same time. It happens around 7:38 Eastern Time. So if that's 7:38 Eastern, it's going to be like 4. If it's 5 a.m. where you are now. So are you on Mountain Time? So that would be 5:38 a.m. Yes. I can do time zones and figure out what time zone you are based on what time it is now. So yeah. So stay tuned, and if it's not in stock today for the PS5, we'll see if it's in stock tomorrow, or as I say, mañana. It's a little nickname I gave for tomorrow. Just feel free to use that. It's something I came up with. Yeah. Jonathan says, I wonder how many PS5s are collecting dust from scalpers. Like, would they be seeing them? Would we be seeing them on shelves if scalpers didn't exist? That's a really good question. And I recently discovered a scalper in my building, collecting packages. And I was like, those boxes, the sizes look familiar. And Amazon had done a restock 2 days prior, 2-day free shipping. This person was picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 9 PS5s, because there was a whole cart full of PS5s, and I was just like, oh. And I got into a conversation with the person. Nice person, but really over, just charging people for their own profit, and that's not ideal. So yeah, that's that demand should be going to other people, including yourself. So, and I agree that it would be a lot easier, and we might see a different environment if with these PS5s if scalpers didn't hoard them and resell them, and people didn't pay for them. That's another thing. I don't see any PS5. Yep, the product page. I should mention this. I do mention it a couple times on the shortcut.com. The product page will not show until about 20 to 30 minutes before a restock. So currently, we have not seen it yet, but we're not at that time yet. Targets. So I'm gonna put this up on screen. There's a little guide I have about the Target stuff. There you go. Do subscribe to the shortcut.com if you are not. But here it's updated 15 hours ago, so technically yesterday it was updated. Gives you the time of when it may restock. Let's see. I will put it full screen for you so you have at least an idea. Let's get this. There we go. All right, so Thursday is the most likely time. You got Friday, but today's Wednesday, so I laying that out. Don't buy PS5 digital. It's another tip. Don't wait for PS5 digitals. If I can edit myself right now. And then this Target restock won't happen in stores. Is Target sold out of PS5s? That's like the number one question that people get. That's why I phrased it like that. But it has a picture of the product not available, just like we're seeing right now. It always appears as if I'm pointing people to the wrong Target PS5 pages and that it's sold out. This is because, unbeknownst to many consumers, Target actually pulls the product pages on its website. It appears blank until it's ready to have a restock. And I said, in fact, the biggest hint that PS5 will, this is the biggest hint that PS5 will restock at Target. The PS5 Disc and digital edition pages suddenly come back to life about 20 minutes before the add to cart button lights up. That's when I sent out a Twitter tracker alert. So, if you read that, you would be in the know. I know it's a lot of words to read, but also a lot of people are desperate, so I'm guessing some people go through it. And that's important. So yeah, Xbox is definitely in stock. PS5 not so much, at least not yet. But hopefully coming soon. Yep. All right. Transition back. Go back to the restock pages, and we will keep checking. All right. Still very hazy out in New York City. There we go. So that's why you don't see it on the website. Long explanation, but I think a worthy one to kind of put out there. I got a super chat from Paul, or Raw, sorry. As I scroll down to it, Raw G says, the Best Buy trick never works. I get to a store and they say it's online only, even though it says in stock in Southern California. I mean, that's the Best Buy trick is difficult, and that's where I hesitate to put it out there sometimes. I do when people ask me specifically, but it's hard to really put it out there when I know it is a crapshoot. It works for a lot of people though, and so sometimes, especially at my Best Buy, I have to argue with them that a console is there, and they swear it's not, and then after a while they relent and they're like, oh, this thing. So I had to argue that once about an Xbox back last year. I was trying to do one for a giveaway, and I did a giveaway eventually, but the Xbox, I ordered it, and I thought I had another day to pick it up. And the Xbox was canceled. I got an email at like 9 o'clock at night straight away. Oh, your order has been canceled. I said, oh no, the Xbox, I didn't have another day to pick it up. And I went to go, the next morning, live chat opened for customer service. I was like, hey, I know this is canceled, but the store, isn't open yet. Do you think I can still grab this Xbox? Can I get charged for it? Because I got a refund. And they said, they checked, they went away. I said, no. That was at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, what if I go to the store? Will they let? And they said, you can try. There's a customer service chat. So I went to the store. They opened at 10. And I went right as the doors opened. And I went into the store, first one in there, said, hey, can I buy the Xbox that got canceled? And they argue with me that, no, the Xbox isn't here, you had your chance. And like a cleaning crew comes in, takes away stuff, and it's not here anymore. And I was like, can you just check though? And eventually the guy said, after telling me it was gone, got on his little radio, said, hey, do we have an Xbox around here? They're looking for the Xbox. I'm standing on one side of the counter. He's standing on the other. And, they're looking for the Xbox, can't find it. And he looks under his feet. And the Xbox is sitting right there under his feet on the other side of the counter. Right, like, just inches from me. But with the counter dividing us. So the Xbox was there the entire time right under our feet. And I was told it was not. So sometimes you don't take no for an answer. But maybe they don't have them. And that's a glitch about the glitch. So, Raul G, thank you for the super chat. Sorry for the long story, but just I would say keep at it. Because it shouldn't be the case where the glitch says it and is successful for a lot of people and says it for you but isn't there. It sounds like, hey, anything can go wrong with the glitch being glitched out itself, but try to keep at it. Maybe try to find other store clerks that maybe will help you out. And thank you for the super chat. I bought one from Target months ago online. A friend wants me to get one for her. That's why a lot of people, Jar Hiker, I see a lot of people returning for that reason. So welcome back. Can I use the same? Yeah, you can use the same account. I've not had a problem with that. Won't be right. Yeah, I give this a diminishing 16% of happening today. So it goes down by 2% every couple minutes. But I think it'll be tomorrow, and this is good training for what should happen tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow's a sunnier day. I think it's going to still be raining. But Friday should be nice. How do I go on mobile app? Put on Chrome. You should be able to type it in. Sometimes it will want to open up the app straight away, and that's a problem. Sometimes I have to go and uninstall the app just to keep myself from, or keep iOS from opening the app automatically. But if that's only if that's happening to you. Yeah, you can only order one per drop. They'll cancel on you if you try to get more. I've had that happen to me. But if it's separate, you got it like weeks ago or months ago, then you should be fine. Yes. it'll try to default you to Apple Pay if you are on an iOS device, but try for PayPal if you're on a computer, especially. I don't know, Nathan, if it'll drop on a Wednesday, but it has before. And trying to get myself and my stream ready and everybody else ready for a potential drop this week. It's always a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, so it's worth checking. So, and I get to answer a bunch of questions, which is great, including that one. Yeah. Got 2 so far from the same account. Now trying to get my brother one. If I use credit or debit, look out for fraud. If you use credit or debit, this is really important from coming for you. Use credit or debit, look out for fraud alert on your phone, because this happened to me before at a Best Buy. I was buying the Halo Xbox for real, and it was on launch day. They had like 84 consoles in stock per store at select stores. And I bought one, and my card got flagged for fraud, but it was in person, so I was able to go, oh, no, it's not fraud, and then swipe it again. Online, with an online restock, there is no way to go, oh, sorry, let's swipe that again. When it's an online thing, you get kicked out of line, you might go, maybe out of stock at that point. So the fact that you could say Empire State Building is only a couple blocks away is freaking awesome. It is awesome. It looks like it's not a couple blocks away. It is shrouded in fog, but it's an amazing city to live in New York. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of, I think 4.5 years of being here, because it's been, I moved here 2 years in, lockdown, so I haven't been able to enjoy the city nearly as much as I wanted to, but things are slowly returning to normal, and that's good. Yep. Good call. You could try the Target app. I know some people have had issues with the Target app. I don't use the Target app anymore, unless I'm desperate. But you'll still have a shot. These questions. Is it dropping today? So far, nothing today. And I will be, checking every once in a while to see if that page goes live. It doesn't go live today. It's probably going to be tomorrow, maybe Friday. But, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I can put the link in there. Sorry about that. Target Disc. Let's put the disc version in there first. Disc is always first, so yeah, let's put that in there. Okay. I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. It's also in the description. I know the description's a little hard to get to on mobile, but oh, hold on. Got another super chat. Let me get down to that. I try to get to all the questions, so it's not a delayed stream at all, but it is. I am a little bit behind on answering questions, which I will get to. Oh. Dang. There are a lot more questions than I was getting to. Matt, do you believe Reubens are... Oh, okay. I mean, this is an important question. I was about to have a Reuben yesterday. Do you believe Reubens are the king of sandwiches? If not, who wins the title? I would say Reubens are up there, but a corned beef special, which is coleslaw and Russian dressing on there, also very good. Very close to a Reuben, but the Reuben may take the crown. I'm with you on that, especially at 2nd Avenue Deli in New York City, which is not on 2nd Avenue. There's 2 of them. Neither are on 2nd Avenue anymore. They've moved, but they are very, very good. If you go to 2nd Avenue Deli, it's like a $24 sandwich. Very expensive, but very good. And now I want one. Fake name, I blame you. There are cheaper options out there, and I may go for it today, just based on... you know how people have earworm and they hear a song and they can't get out of it? Yeah, I have food worm. I Actually, that sounds disgusting. But anytime anybody mentions something, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to have for lunch. So that could happen today. It is Wednesday. Usually it happens Thursday, Friday, sometimes Wednesday. So that's why we're here. Let's see. Spam onion mayo sandwich. Wow. Have not tried that. Although I hear some spam has a cult following. So, especially in Hawaii, apparently. It's a big thing. How is Jake and Phil this morning? I think I saw Jake answer that. All right, let me get to these questions as quickly as possible so I don't miss out on anybody's questions. What is the earliest time Target has ever restocked? Yeah, Jake got that about 7:07, 7:04. That's when he said the product page usually goes live. Yeah, we usually see it by now. There were times when it did it way earlier back in 2020, but it's really been consistent between 7 and 8 a.m. So, Xbox available. Yeah, I see the Xbox available here, and so far, seems like it's still available. Yep, Justin, that should be out. I'm actually visiting home where all of my Xbox and PlayStation inventory is. So I will check on that. It's a little cheaper to get things shipped from that location, but if it's not out yet, I will make sure it's out because I have to start another giveaway. Jake is absolutely right. Jake is always right. Yeah, Xbox's demand is completely down, and I would say it's probably going to be easier to get. It's probably due to not enough games are being launched at this time, but that may change when Starfield launches and other big game titles start to be revealed in greater detail for Xbox. Target app on Chrome. You go to the Target website on Chrome, not the Target app. You just type in target.com. That should work in Chrome. So far, nothing, Mo. We would usually see it by now. I'm going to give it another 30 minutes, but you'll see a tweet from me. I try not to over-tweet, especially in the mornings, because I know it's super early on the West Coast for a lot of people. But, yeah. Blink Once Buddy says, thanks for your efforts to get us all an MSRP PS5. That's important. Here's to sticking to the scalpers. Hope they sit on their stock forever. Yeah. You know what? I think they'll have to either sell it at a small loss, which is great news, or hold on to it and hope that things go out of stock during Christmas. So one of those two things will happen. I get up at 4 a.m. Yeah, that's what makes these worth it. I don't want people to get up if they don't. If they don't, or if it's really robbing them of sleep, I don't want them to get up. But yeah, I like how people. Yeah, Jake's still in the know. He's still number one target source. Seeing a PS5. That I don't think that's real. I just usually have, and I suggest this, Sam, having zip codes ready. Cameron, do you have the hookup for Penn State football tickets? I went to Penn State. I don't. And careful where you try to source those tickets. There are a lot of scammers out there. I almost got scammed once back in the day for student tickets, FYI. Don't wire somebody some money that you don't know. Unless you see the tickets in hand and they seem genuine. It's going to be your nearest store, and it's actually going to, like, for me, closest store that has it in stock is Manhattan Herald Square. Very large store. So it'll tell you what the closest store is, even though that's not my closest Target. that's the one that has it in stock. So it'll sort it out for you, and then as you put in new zip codes, maybe there's more inventory at a Target in the Bronx, and you'll go there. So usually when it says only 4 left in stock, you have a small chance. When it says 1 left in stock, I've never been able to cart it with 1 left in stock. So usually someone else has it in their cart at that point. Yeah, I'll say when it's up. But so far, nothing to speak of. Hey, Mark, good morning to you. I know you from Jake Randall's stream, just popping in to say a quick hello. That's awesome. That's good. I get so many people saying, I was in Jake's stream, I got this the other day, and I learned about the Best Buy trick from watching you, then watching Jake later that day, and then it was awesome. So, because Jake was in the stream the night before, the afternoon before, and then he did a Target Jake stream, and I think it was a Target. It was something where Jake was explaining. Oh, it was an Amazon one, and yeah, that's awesome. So I love the back and forth. Manchester, yeah, Best Buys are doing these like silent restocks, and that's good to know. New Hampshire, huh? And Manchester, okay. Getting through these questions. If one Target releases PS5s, yes, it's all nationwide. That's good. What yay? That's a good question. What's your opinion of StockX? I don't like StockX. It's actually reinvigorated the reseller market in some ways. It's safer sometimes, but you can still get scammed. I got scammed on Amazon Marketplace, which is the Amazon product page recently. I knew it was going to happen. I just I want to write about it, but it's going to be very difficult to get my $550 back. So there's that. Is there a chance stock drops outside the morning? Nope. Never. Good question, David. Digital bundles still fire. Yeah, you know what? They go fast because there's so few of them. $4.99. Free life tip. Learn how to convert time zones from any U.S. time zone. Takes 10 seconds and will make your entire life easier. Oh, so true. You know what? Jake and I, whenever we put out like a tweet, I like to put in like, happens at 7:40 on average EDT, if it's like daylight savings time. I think most people are familiar with EST, but it's currently EDT because of daylight savings time. Whenever I put that, I saw a spike in traffic because I can tell what Google searches are rising. I saw a spike in traffic. What country is EDT? What time zone is EDT? People thought it was a foreign time zone because they thought I was in some other country. And it was just like, no, that's just like EST, but it's... So sometimes I put ET just to conserve characters. It's really important. I don't think people understand. Jake will understand this. How hard it is to fit as much much information in a tweet as possible, including like PS5 resellers are all scams. Like it's hard to fit that information in with everything else, and be within the character limit. So I've dropped the EDT, EST stuff, and also just it confuses people. So it's just really funny. Thank you for the $4.99, Jake. That is awesome of you. Yo, Jake, I'm not awake yet, as I totally missed you. What's up, brother? I love the camaraderie here, and I love having Jake here. This is nice. All right, I'm going to try to skip down. Should we buy digital or disc today, which is a better possibility? I don't know if either will be in stock at Target, and it looks unlikely. However, disc is always easier. Okay. Getting down to Raul G's super chat in 1 sec. What's the point? I think about I give up around 8 o'clock. So about 20 minutes from now, 23 minutes now. Shipping is, there's no shipping because you pick it up in stores at Target. You can't go to Target, but you secure the purchase online, you pick it up in stores. And warranty, I don't know. I've gotten warranties separately. But I usually don't do warranties anymore. But if you are in a household with kids, for example, might be a good idea. Pets, good idea. Except Philip, because Philip's always a good boy. Let's say super chat from Raw G again. Thank you for the $4.99, Raw. The Best Buy trick never works. Yep. Did I get to this already? Sometimes it boots me way up in the chat. But I thought I got to this already. If not, I did go over that, but man, that's a raw deal. And that's why Target is going to be the best bet for a lot of people, because you have it secured online and you just walk into a store and it's super easy. So, Jake says, but you have to do the entire thing every time you want to change stores or it will show a false positive. Oh, okay, interesting. Feels like a COVID test right there. Lots of false positives. Or false negatives in that case. All right. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Dingbat Family's Lover. Disc is the way to go and change your mind, which is good. Even if you're going to shop digital. Hey, maybe one day you'll get a disc or a Blu-ray, movie. So you never know between now and 6 years from now when they launch new consoles. Okay. Yeah, Mike Johnson has a good point. Always ask more than one clerk at a store, more than one employee. Yeah. I feel like I got to the super chat. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. All right. Yeah. It's just there's so many messages, but you deal with us all the time. Yeah. This is probably the number one tip, because a lot of people see their bank say, "Oh, we think this is fraud. It happened early in the morning." So, Jose, looks like a no, but I'm gonna wait until 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Not 8 p.m. I swear it's not gonna be another 12-hour stream. Okay. Yep, that is correct. True Ames. You will see this product page come alive, and then it'll be in stock probably tomorrow, but could be Friday. So a lot of times it's like between 20 and 40,000. Depends on the drop and depends on how long they wait between drops, which is actually a good thing in my opinion, because then there's more inventory available to scoop up for hopefully legitimate people. Okay. Can you go over how to do it precisely? Oh, for the Best Buy trick. I should publish an article about it. Seems to be, because that seems like a good idea. So should I go back to sleep? Jose, I would say yes, starting at 8, which is about 19 minutes from now. Yes, this is also a good tip. Thank you. You can add an alternate pickup person, which I've done before. Through the confirmation. Yep, through the email, through the history page. Mike E. transfers $600 to PayPal. No chance of a credit card decline. Got one through Target. Click, click, click. Great strategy. Great, because you're teeing up PayPal ahead of time. Can you use two devices with the same account but with different zip codes? Sorry, I feel like that is confusing. I would use two different accounts if you can, like different zip codes. I wouldn't try it necessarily because it's not based on device. It is based on the account. If you're ordering multiple versions of the same console. Let me produce an article roll, and I'll go over it step by step because that's probably the easier way. So you have like a handy guide. Thank you for the $1.99. But yeah, because like doing it on mobile, step by step will be easier than showing you on through a camera here. Stay tuned for that. iPhone 12 is good. The website is preferred to the actual app. Yeah, I'm going to wait until 15 minutes from now, but nothing from Target today. Yet. Hey, Mark, thank you. Mark McIntyre, thanks. Have an amazing day, too. It's a rainy, not great-looking day, but, we're indoors, which is great. So have a great day yourself, Mark. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. What time before you call it quit? I would say 15 minutes from now. I'm all about that Reuben food war. Oh, yeah, we were discussing that earlier. Walmart, probably, Michael Stubbs, probably next week is my guess, the 14th. But, there's no indication of when it'll be. That's just proper timing. Sony OLEDs. I mean, LG makes all these brilliant panels. Samsung has now an OLED for the first time ever. It's going to be nice. So OLEDs are the preferred panel of choice. Rubens are good. Good. I feel like we have a consensus on that. Yeah, bedtime for you in about 15 minutes, 14 minutes. Jake Randall promised this week after failing the past. Just to note, he didn't fail. But just to put that out there. Jake is never wrong. But, yeah. It's always, and Jake emphasizes this as I should as well, it's always never guaranteed. And that's why we're here today. So, like, even this stream, I think, is phrased, will it restock? It's a watch instead of, like, a warning, as they say in the weather. Roll. Yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Same early time, same early stream. We'll see. Jake says Target's pushing it back because of his dentist appointment today. Good luck with that, buddy. That's funny. Oh, Zach just managed to get it from Best Buy after your Amazon stream. Awesome. I did get a lot of messages that people got it from Best Buy after that Amazon stream, which is great. Yeah, 5 a.m. is a good time, your time, to call it quits. Oh, this person has a question. They mentioned question in the question. Question, will you be streaming tomorrow? Yes. Sometimes. Yeah. I've seen a correlation between the two, like sports cards and but it's not always, like, sometimes they do one instead of the other. So thank you. Yeah, hit that like button if you can. Wait, so it drops today or not? Wait until 8 a.m. to really call it, but usually not if it's not live at this point. Caleb says just got an OLED, so now I'm eager to get a PS5. They go hand in hand. It's really nice. What is the exact link you are refreshing? It is this link right there. Just put it in the chat. I think I'm after the end of the thing, which is great. Can't afford another. Yeah. Tommy Allen says, be here tomorrow. Same Matt time, same Matt channel. I love it. That's good. And hopefully with the skyline view of New York City. What a not great day out, but we'll make it happen. There's a 55-inch TCL OLED 4K. It's been on sale for $400, but it's brand new. Any good? I mean, you get what you pay for. TCL, I think the Roku TVs they have are very good, but there's different grades to them. So the 6 series is their best, and the 5 series, obviously, a shade from being the best, you know, shade down. And then 4 series, it's good, but not nearly the best. So if that's a 4 series, you might, let's see, $399. I can't imagine that being, and these are usually QLEDs. I have my doubts that would be the best, but this is a good tech question. Because I don't even see, I see the 4 series at $500. So if you're seeing it $399, that's probably this one at a better price. But it is a 4 series, so if you really want the best, that's not TCL's best even. But it's a very good TV in general. It depends on your desire for, like, the ultimate quality. There is that law of diminishing returns where you're going to spend a lot of money on something that is better, but not noticeably to the average person that much better. So, yeah, it depends on your. This is from Lee Gee. This is, depends on your desire for quality. Like the 6 series, TCL 6 series is just like TCL 6 series. Look at that. Like, this is the ultimate. So that is the 6 series is a lot more expensive, but there's 8K, there's 4K, you name it, up to, I think, like, there's 75-inch versions. Yep, they have a Google version and a Roku version. So J1, I was able to get mine at GameStop. Thanks, bro. Awesome. That GameStop restock was brilliant. It's probably the most inventory they've had in a long time. every store, 12 on average per store. Sometimes people said 18 at their stores. MPV says, haven't got one yet, but still on the lookout for digital, but I respect what you do. Awesome. Yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what Target does tomorrow. I'm going to try for digital myself. New York area is incredibly difficult, but it's worth a shot. All right, give it one last refresh before 8 today. And do subscribe for theshortcut.com because that helps me out tremendously. And I'll have all the restock information, but also like general tech news. Like Twitter announced an edit button, and you actually can see the edit button. Not how it's going to be edited, but let's see. The edit button is right here. Let me show you what it looks like. Boom, that's the edit button right there on Twitter. You actually see it in action. So it's going to be in a drop down with like where you can see the ability to delete a tweet. So that little hamburger menu, that little 3 dots, edit button right there. So just play it one more time. Right there is the edit button. So then I outlined it there. I think it's a very good thing, but as I told my dad asked me in an iMessage, I'm curious, are you in favor of the edit button? I said no. I should have said no, but yes, if it's done properly. As much as I sometimes want the edit button, it's dangerous. You can say, I love U.S. military forces, like and retweet this if you do too. I would get, at 1 million followers, I get a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, and then you like and retweet it to your profile. I change it to Nazis. Congrats, you just liked and retweeted the fact that you like Nazis. Fail. My dad said, good thought process. So, it's dangerous if you can exchange and take the context and switch it up on people, and they've already have it glued to their profile as a retweet. I know people say Facebook leaves a paper trail, like there's a little thing that gives you like the changes and it archives that. Twitter's so reactionary that when the restock accounts tweet something, people don't check out tweet number 2. The engagement on tweet number 1 and the viewing of tweet number 1 is so much larger than tweet 2 because people just don't realize. And it's not like they're not interested. They ask questions that are explained in tweet number 2. So you got to think that paper trail is not being seen, and they're just going to react to you having a retweet on your profile where one laudable group is exchanged for a disparaging group. So I think it's, if not done properly, is a very dangerous thing, and that's why we haven't seen it all these years. Have they figured it out? I hope so, but that's my take on the Twitter edit button. Looks neat, really want it, so for those silly mistakes, and it would fix embarrassing mistakes, but it could also open up Pandora's box to trouble. That's my take on the Twitter button. I'm not Spider. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's see. Mountain Dew says, hey, Matt, just wanted to say thank you for live streaming last Friday. I got my PS5 bundle from GameStop on Saturday, which is awesome. Good. I'm glad I did that Q&A. Because, there wasn't a restock happening, but people wanted to know. And there was only 100-some people there, between 100 and 200. And you had to watch me eat, which I actually like that part of it. Everybody was, voting on what I should eat that day. So that was helpful. All right, we're 4 minutes out from the last refresh sesh, as I call it. No, I don't call it that, but I'm calling it that now. Yeah, nothing. How much is the shortcuts second paying tier cost? So there's like a $5 a month version, $50 a year, which is actually cheaper than $5 a month, and then $100 for people who can afford it, who want like more one-on-one time. So there are a lot of people, and I love these people. The reason I open up super followers on Twitter, Apple takes a cut of that, which is a little bit much, but the reason I open that up is because some people take advantage of my time sometimes, like in the nicest way, and they message me every day, a new question, not just on PS5 Restock, stuff like that. So that's why I started to monetize it a little bit. And like, I'm spending a lot of time, and I wanted to build like a fast lane for certain people who have legitimate questions, but like I'm acting as this almost concierge service for a lot of people in their tech needs, which is great. But yeah, that's why I started to go with these different tiers. Was I wanted to be able to prioritize and get to people who are supporting me and my endeavors here. But there will always be content at the free level, and a lot of content at the free level, to attract people to the work I do, and all alerts will remain free. There are some like early alerts that you'll get, and that's based on like something. If I know about something early, like GameStop stuff, that'll go out to the different tiers. So that's how that's gonna work. Drinks on Jake because he bought 20 shares of Twitter last week. That's some Elon Musk moves right there. I mean, he bought 2 billion worth of shares, but Thank you, Spike Demand 21, like for the goat. Thanks for all the likes. I haven't even been checking what the likes are. But I guess I should. 139. And we have just under 300 people in the chat. Thanks for hitting that like button. I know they hide it pretty damn well on YouTube mobile. But if I go to it, like, hey, there's that video with that guy that looks like me. 139. Sounds like me. We're at 300 people. If you go down on the live chat and just swipe it down, you'll see the like button, which I've already hit. It's right there. And then you can go back to live chat at any time with that third button right there. So, super helpful. Thanks for the likes. Thanks, we're up to 149, which is great. And now 155. Whenever I mention it and show people how to get to that UI to hit that like button, because it's a free thing to do, it helps me out, helps fool the algorithm into thinking we're doing something good, which I feel like we are. But whenever I show people, it just tells you if the interface is a little bit broken on Google's side. So yeah, we're at 161 now. So it's really a matter of just letting people know. All right, Jordan, you're off to bed. Have a good night or day. Yeah. It says 295 for you now. Wow, my thing is behind. Oh, 295 likes or views? Because there's been a total of 2,100 views so far, and about just under 300 concurrent views. Yep, Jason. Yep, I don't think it's happening today, which is totally fine. It's 8 now. So tomorrow is another day. Same time, same stream channel. I will see you here. But I will be around to answer questions for the time being. So, exactly. Yep, that's the amount of people, not likes. Correct. And I haven't promoted this on Twitter because I don't know if it'll happen today, but I kind of want to,
getting people's minds about, hey, there's a restock. It's gonna happen this week probably. They could have happened last week. So see you tomorrow. Yep, absolutely, King. Do it all over again tomorrow. Justin says, I want a personal concierge. I wouldn't abuse it. Maybe 2 questions a week at tops. I don't mind people. The people who are kind of abusing it are people who weren't paying any money and that weren't part of the subscribe to the shortcut. And I was just like, well, I'm so happy to answer people's questions. I like that. I like doing that. That's why I quit my job, to do that on Twitter and do that. But there was the shortcut out there, and this person was just messaging me daily, and I was just like, this is a lot of work. And again, I was still doing it, but I was just like, okay, I'm gonna open up the super follower thing, because that person clearly wasn't interested in the email, which was fine. But I prefer the email idea, because it's a little easier for me to, because there's so many DMs, and also the Amazon or Apple takes a cut of the super follower thing because it's done through an in-app purchase on iOS, so they take 30%, which is a lot of money. Substack, on the shortcut, takes 10%, and then there's credit card fees. So big difference. So yeah, sign up for the shortcut, free or paid, is always good in my opinion. Blink Once Buddy says, can you prepare and eat a Reuben for tomorrow morning's live stream? I mean, I would, but it's so early. I would have to refrigerate the Reuben. It's not out of the question. Don't get me wrong. But I would have to order it tonight and have it for tomorrow. Blink Once Buddy, if you come back, I will try. I will try to make that happen by tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's so early, I would say let me order it and I'll have it at the end. But even now, these places are not open. Let's see. If I wanted it, could I get one now so that I can know if I can get one tomorrow and have it on the stream? That place is open, but I don't think it's a deli. Yeah. Ooh, pancakes. I guess some food right now. All right. Well, these donuts have been sitting here. Poor purchase. I could have had Dunkin' Donuts by now because they open up at 7. And I could have gone, but I'll have them for tomorrow when I do the same thing all over again. Any ideas when the chip shortage? This is a good question. Any ideas when the chip shortage might end and PS5s become easier to get? I think during the summer we'll see PS5s not in stores necessarily because the chip shortage has ended. That's still going to take a couple years, but demand will be down for it, which is going to alleviate other areas of the chip shortage, like cars and stuff like that, and GPUs. So I think demand is going to be down because it's going to be met for the most part. But I think it'll be a problem again come October of this year, right before Black Friday. So will the drop happen tomorrow, says Nate. I think it's a 50-50 shot between tomorrow and Friday. So yeah, most likely one of those 2 days. Yep, great. L, see you tomorrow. Great stream. Thank you, Jessica. It's getting better and better every time. So tomorrow will be better than today, and then Friday will be better if it doesn't happen today. Friday will be better than both days. It's always... I got a little neon light in the background now. So... It says Matt Swider, but it's I have to get closer to it. I have to actually pull the desk this way or move the wall further to me. I think that last one's a little bit harder. Would you recommend a good brand 4K TV and a not so good brand 4K OLED? All right. I think there are a lot of good brands. It's hard to go with a bad brand these days. I think like the Amazon Fire TV and Spectre are like the low budget options that are like store fronted. Spectre is one, Insignia is another. One belongs to Best Buy, another to Walmart, and then Amazon Fire TV. Those are the ones where people buy based on price, and it's fine. Then you got TCL and Vizio at a certain level. So you got the 4 series on TCL, 5 series, and then 6 series, which is the best. And then you have Samsung, Sony, and LG kind of in the top tier of TVs. And those are the best of the best. I would say LG is leading that pack. Samsung is doing nearly as well with their QLEDs. Now they have their first OLED out there to really compete with LG. But I would say that Sony's, although they have great TVs and they're up there, especially with recent updates, their the value for the money isn't quite there, and that's where Samsung has really stolen Sony's crown over there the last couple of years. Is that Sony charges a little bit more because they've been akin to like the Apple of tech. There's always like the Sony tax, and unnecessary like for the same type of panel that you're getting from Samsung. So that's my take on where the different buckets of TV manufacturers are. Yeah, the C1's great for TVs, and it's actually on sale these days. I'll try to point that out on Twitter. It's now they have the C2 coming out, so stuff like that. That's why we're seeing discounts on C1 now. We've been seeing discounts since Black Friday, but like now there are serious discounts where it's like the best price we've seen, even without a holiday like Black Friday fronting it. Yeah, you know what? GPU prices are dropping, and that's going to be good for the next restock because hopefully that means supply and not just demand, but supply is down, because usually that dictates if we will see actual restocks at Best Buy of GPUs. So go ahead and give this a like. I'm going to end this pretty soon, but I'm happy to stick around for a little while longer to answer some questions. I'm not all caught up on most questions. Oh, there's one. Yeah, QLED, OLED. It's not going to be too big of a deal for the average person. So OLED, technically better. Better black levels. That C1 is amazing, LG C1, but yeah. Wow, GameStop, your GameStop had like PlayStation 22 PlayStation discs and 22 total, 2 digital, 20 disc. That's kind of what I was putting out there, that there are going to be so few digital versions of the console. But that's good that they had 22 total. Okay. You think PlayStation will drop price? Nope. I I think it's still so much in demand, they don't need to drop the price. So, and nothing, no product available currently. Okay, Rayanne, I'm gonna also head out. Yep, I'll see you tomorrow, you know, and we'll do this all over again. Give this a like. That will help me in the next stream. But super easy to do. Just pull down on that window here. Let's see. There. Pull down on live chat. Pull down, pull down, pull down, pull down. Hit that like button right there. That'll help. And then go back to the live chat right there. So, you'll be right back in it. Helps me a bunch. I usually see it go from 184 to 186. So, but thank you for everybody who's done that. 187. So it ticks up. But I think we can get it to 200 likes, maybe, if a lot of people currently here did not like it. But yeah, 188. We're getting there. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, this helps train us for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll tweet it out. There'll be a lot more people in here. Yeah, the warm-up stream. That's exactly what it is, Blink Once Buddy. I'll try to get that Reuben and eat it live on television. The stream. But for now, I'm going to have a single donut. Because I would share with you all. I brought enough for the class. But, yeah. They should make this easier to open up. Because when I want a donut... Oh, I see. They did make it actually super easy to open up. There we go. Alright. I'm going to have some iced tea, donuts, and try to wake up. I'll see you tomorrow. 2 more for 200 likes. We can do it. I'm going to stick around for that. 3 more. I see 3 more. What 3 people are going to get us to 200? I'll be back for tomorrow. But Game Pass is totally worth it. Especially if you get the $20 discount, $18 discount. Alright, we're 2 likes away. Totally happy to do this. 1 like away. There we go. We got 200. Happy to help you out. Anytime you want me to do a stream, I'll do it. I'll do one tomorrow. People requested it. And what time will it be in stock? All you have to do is check out this handy dandy guide on a site I call it shortcut.com. Has all the info in there. Let's go to this Target page. The times are there. And all you have to do, I'm going to put this in the top of the chat. Info right there. I'm going to pin that to the chat. Yep, I see 203 now, which is great. Not today. Gonna be either tomorrow or Friday, but I'll keep checking daily. It's a watch, not a warning of a PS5 restock, but it should happen today. Doesn't matter which store you select. It should select the closest store with inventory. As we see with this Xbox page, for example, this is not the closest store to me, but it's the closest store that has inventory of the Xbox. Only 4 left. Let's see. Let's give it a refresh. See if there's any left now. Maybe there's 3 left. Nope, still 4. People just don't want the Xbox. Sorry, Xbox. But Game Pass is a great deal. And good question. So, yep, try Thursday or Friday. I'll be back doing this on both Thursday and Friday, just for you. And I'll try to walk you through it, and we'll do it. I'll do it together. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for subscribing to theshortcut.com. Free or paid helps. Just hit that link. It's a very easy name to remember, theshortcut.com. And yeah, it'll help you. And I have some tech news on there. Best part is no tracking, no banner ads, nothing. It's supported by people who do pay $5 for the subscription, but there's a free version. Free or paid helps. But yeah, has all the info about the latest Apple event that's going to happen on June 6th. The Twitter edit button that you can see, and why it's dangerous if it's not done completely right. Elon Musk joined the board of Twitter. Fortnite getting $144 million for Ukraine. Apple subscription service to the iPhone is going to change the way you buy the iPhone. Probably going to upgrade a little bit more for a slightly cheaper price. Stuff like that. PlayStation Plus discount where you pay less money. PlayStation Plus explainer on how it's changing. Stuff like that. Yeah, I also need food. All right. Tomorrow, live stream, giveaway, happening soon. I'll put out the link soon for that. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. Give this a like on the way out if you haven't already, and turn on notifications for the next stream because it'll be coming out to you live, just like it always is. See ya.